T-Man 978 Chill Review.
Hello everyone, T-Man 978. Once again, this video is brought to you by Matt McCardle. I have to actually give these back, unfortunately, but this is Lim Toys R.P.D Officer Police Uniform version, which basically is Leon from Resident Evil 2 Remake. This isn't the deluxe version, but it's still the deluxe packaging. They just have stuff missing and it's looking like, hey, did I get everything? But you did. This apparently is the Patriot Studio. This is their R.P.D. Depraved Officer, which is basically a police officer zombie. I'm going to be opening these and running through everything. Here they both are out of packaging. The officer is wearing all of his accessories right now. Leon, not so much. But the officer actually comes with a lot of accessories that it can't use. But it keeps it authentic, so I guess you can pass it along to your other 1/12 scale figures or give them to Leon if you want to. One of the accessories we see back here that R.P.D is hiring for stars and whatnot, that sign, I have double-sided tape, so I stuck it up there. I hope I remember to put it back in the packaging. Let's finish off with the officer, though. The officer has Mezco quality clothing and whatnot, I'll say. The details are there. It has a whole bunch of blood detail, as you can imagine. The glossed over eyes. One thing that might be an issue is this shirt coming untucked, but he is a shambling zombie. I don't think he cares about tucking his shirt into his pants because he can't. He doesn't have the brains to it. The pants are, I guess you can see blood stains right there, but it's mostly dirt from him shambling through sewers and dirty hallways and whatnot. But let's see if I can actually zoom in on these badges. Yeah, it says officer. I was wondering when I zoomed in, could I read anything else? I don't know, but I definitely do see officer. Let's look at the top of his hat. And let's look at his face and skin texture while we're here. Yeah, you see all that? The flesh ripping off. This is one of the main zombie cops that roam the hallways and whatnot. But the hat is capable of coming off and falling into my floor. If you want, I guess this would be his mace or pepper spray. That can come out. It looks like a suppressor. Probably have it upside down. Because no. I'm gonna stick it in the other way because it was going in there easier. But that side does look like the top. This walkie-talkie is actually removable. I had to kind of force it in there a bit. Hold on, let me do this off camera. Here you are with this. Right there. And you actually get a revolver that's removable. If I can get it around this strap, there we go. The holster fell off. But this belt itself is removable as well. So there's a lot of detail in that. Here is this revolver. As you could imagine, I said Mezco quality, the kind with the stiff neck. So this head and neck is all one piece on top of a ball. Because of the way the back is sculpted, it does not look up much, but it looks down a lot and tilts and whatnot, and of course rotates. The shoulders are on a butterfly, very stiff. This rotation right here is stiff, as you can hear. I'd imagine you can rotate all the way around. It goes out. There's bicep swivel. There's double jointed elbows that are pinless. But for whatever crazy ass reason, they sculpt the hands to only be out like this, because this is his triggered version. That shoulder right there scares me. But he's got finished digging into somebody, as you can see, with this fresh blood. They have one with the hands relaxed or down, but you have to buy a whole separate figure for that, and they should have just gave him regular arms. This is the most weirdest decision ever. But the torso is pliable. There's like a little mesh over like a plastic covering over top of the harder plastic. It is super crazy posable. Like, really stupid posable, and I'm making the shirt come out even more. You can rotate at the waist. You can rotate. Can you rotate at the upper torso? I feel it, but not so much. It's not needed because you can't see it. But the legs, I can get it out that far. I can get it to go back some. Forward. Yeah, just about 90 degrees. Does it have thigh rotation? That I actually didn't even try. It's in there, but it feels like it's clicking. I don't even want to force that. But that and the ankle appears to just be on a ball that's into the foot, and the ankle is looking like this. Yeah, that looks like a universal ball joint at first glance, but it ain't. It ain't. So, depending on how you bend his legs, it will lift up. It looking like he has prosthetic legs, basically. But it's good. It's great. Besides the fact that these shoulders are a bit scary stiff, like this one. I swear before I started filming, I had no problem rotating it up and down. But, oh no. I don't know how long that's been blurry. I had no problem rotating it up and down, but now it's like stiff as crap. It has a lot of articulation. It just doesn't have that wrist rotation, and that gets on my nerves. The neck, I kind of wish wasn't on a single piece. He is a stiff zombie, and I can get most poses, but I would like to be able to look up more without the head popping off. Goofing around, I was able to get this Fortnite Victory Royale Series Sky neck on that ball joint right there. I'm not sure if all of them are capable of putting their head on there. It depends on the figure, because I tried Lombro first, but the ball down here is bigger, like the regular head peg size, where at the base of their neck is smaller, like the zombie would have. Right there. Yeah. Options. Leon comes with significantly more things. Like one, this gooch holder right there that holds, it's a stand. It's capable of lifting up, but it only needs to be down here. They actually had the balls to put Leon as Kennedy. Like, the packaging loosely tries to be KO, but everything else, you can see Raccoon's police department right there. I mean, you have to look very hard and it messes with your eyes, but you can see it. Looks like this on this side. Yeah, good enough. Let's just look at him straight up. He looks pretty much like what you remember from the Remake game. Tons of detail, like all over. Let's move his arms on to the side. You have his pistol in the holster right here. Some of this wasn't equipped to him. Matt actually did it. I'm not. Like this walkie-talkie I don't believe was in here, and this wire strap that's going over to the handheld part right here. You can take this vest off if you want. Like a ton of things are removable, like the knee pads and elbow pads. He has this holster right here, because he has a flashlight. Now, some of this stuff is going to be hard for me to show. He has a flashlight. He has a flash grenade. He has a regular ass grenade. He has the bleed right here. A knife that you get 100 billion times in the game. That can fit in there. Where's this flashlight? The flashlight can fit in here. Focus. Let me turn up. Focus. Lock off. Well, yeah, that's what that looks like. You get a plethora of hands. Fist, cupping hands, trigger hands, knife holding hands, and yeah, gestury type hands. Mostly these are cupping hands. But yeah, I don't really feel like showing them individually. Here's the level of detail you get on the gloves as an example right there. And let's show off his face, which is spot freaking on. Like, looks just like the character model. The hair is somewhat pliable, but is mostly glued to his head. Now look at that. Look how realistic that looks. Unlike the zombie, he does have the typical neck that an import figure would have. Yeah. And a lot of this is removable, like I said, but I'm not removing it. So you either have to watch somebody else or use your imagination. I'm sorry. I say watch somebody else, but anybody reviewing stuff like this in 1/6 scale, they usually suck. I'm sorry. Whenever I watch a 1/6 scale review or something wearing clothing like this, the people are scared to move the figure and scared to do anything. I'm going to be moving this guy. And let's get into that. Like I said, you saw the neck. You can do all this type of stuff. There, now focus off. You get a butterfly. The arm goes out to the side. The arm rotates. Now, as you can imagine with the small fabric and whatnot, getting him to actually point up, that is tough because this is tight up against there. So I'm not going to go crazy. I can get this arm up that high, which is very high. So you can see it's capable of happening. You do get bicep swivel, double elbow, universal, and the rest. Universal. You can rotate, do whatever you need. Now, this joint, one thing I have to mention, when you're pulling off the hand, you see how it's separated in the middle? You might pull a piece of that off. I've had that happen with several figures, and it's always aggravating. But you get the upper torso with the rotation. You get the ball in the lower one. His shirt is not stitched to the pants, so his shirt comes out as well. And they didn't stitch it right here in the middle. I don't know why they did that, like at all. So his shirt coming out is worse than that dude. Now, his legs are way more hindered than the zombie. I mean, you can kick it out to the side that much, but this one, as you saw, started coming in as I did that. Coming forward, well, let's go back. Coming forward, I can kick to about here. The way they sew these pants, it is like very restrictive. but you can fake it by bending the ab crunch at the bottom to get it up higher to look like 90 degrees. Thigh rotation, not a lot. Or actually, I don't know if it's present. See, I've been messing with these things, but for whatever reason, the thigh rotation wasn't important to me. It doesn't seem like it has it. But you can get the knee up to here, and his shoes are different than that guy's. Like, you get the rotation all the way, but you get a bend right here, and these shoes are like boots are very pliable, like crazy pliable. So they move almost like real boots, which is cool. Let's let you see these other weapons, which have names in the game. You get this gun, and then you put that stock on later. The magazine is actually removable. This guy right here, I'm gonna attempt. No, I didn't even do it. Damn it. But I was trying not to unpeg that because getting these things pegged back is a chore. Here's this pistol, authentic to the game. The little magazine is even removable. Here he is holding that flashlight like he did in the game. Like holding the gun and the flashlight at the same time. Now this radio has a tendency of popping out. It doesn't like sit in here really securely. So that's the thing right there. And I don't see a separate knife holding hand on for his right hand, so I'm just using his trigger hand. Like, I guess you could use his left hand. Let's see. Because that is tighter, but I think he was right-handed even with the knife. The tighter grip hand is good for holding the grenades. This guy got all types of details and loops and loops. I was trying to see if there's a way to put the grenades on him. I guess you could wrap it around that loop bit, but yeah, I don't want to risk it. So that's one thing. And I don't know if that's authentic to how it would be. I think he normally had them like just on his belt. These things are 1/12 scale, so you know they're roughly 6 inches tall, probably a little bit over. Here is a mess coat that I have on hand. There's Wolverine. Here's a Hasbro G.I. Joe Cobra Viper. Marvel Legends Spider-Man. A couple of Hasbro Fortnite guys. McFarlane Toys Gene Stealer is standing as straight up as I can get him. The Bandai Demo Gorgon. I do not have Vecna. Vecna would be a perfect monster for him. The Bandai Hopper figure. You could honestly dress up to look like some type of tyrant. And that's going to be that because I'm tired and it's late as shit o'clock right now. I like them. I said what I don't like about him. The neck mostly. Not the neck mostly. The hands, actually. The hands are a dumb choice to me. I mean, it's a cash grab because they want you to buy a whole different figure to get different style hands. So it's permanently like that. I don't know why they wouldn't just... And I heard that one has a slightly different face, but I think it's the same base monster, but it has a different expression. But I think they should have just gave you regular wrist and 2 completely different heads. In fact, throw 2 different head sculpts in each package. Whatever. I don't know how much this costs. He got it off of Show Z. I think this guy is relatively reasonably priced. And the Leon isn't too far off himself. I believe both of them are. You know, I don't think it was Show Z. Whatever website, they were both under $100 from what I can remember. I don't know about his deluxe form. Leon, I don't like that shirt the way they stitched it. It stays open basically. Regardless of how you pose them, you have to try to keep tucking it back in and fixing it. But mostly with him, the main thing I don't like is the restriction in the legs. But he's only but so gymnastic in the game, so you can get the poses you want. and he comes with a ton of accessories. No, I'm not capable of getting this hat on his head. If you wanted to see what he looks like with an officer hat. But things I definitely like, the fact that you can flex that boot around, even underneath of, you can get that articulation underneath of that. That is very good and innovative. He comes with a lot of accessories, even though it's not the deluxe version. The deluxe version comes with things like the typewriter, I think ink ribbons, a shotgun, and some other weapons that he had from the video game. So, looks really, really good. Just the only real thing to complain about is it's a small figure that's not a real person, so the clothing is super restrictive in certain areas, like the hips and the shoulders mostly. The thigh swivel seems to be kind of weak, but while I was messing with them, I didn't even notice. So I can't really totally complain about it, but I do want to bring it up. But yeah, I like both of these, and I wish they were mine. They probably will be mine at some point after the holidays. Anywho, thank y'all for watching this. Until next time, T-Man978 out of here. Click the videos. Click the fucking videos, baby. Click the videos. You should really click these